blanket tent is incredibly cozy. Right at the door, they're over there, and forest blankies everywhere. Really cozy. Wish I did this 35 years ago. This is amazing. Almost like blackout curtains. I'm not going to know exactly what time it is in the morning, but when I get up, we'll start the day and see what happens. Thanks for following along. I'm going to shut this light off here and hit the hay. See you guys in the morning. Good morning. From now on, I'm camping in blanket forts. This is awesome. It's enough insulation that it keeps you pretty warm, keeps the sound down to a minimum. You still get that feeling of fresh air and crispness. This is thoroughly enjoyable. And yeah, you don't need much to go camping, just some blankets and a ratchet strap and some clothespins, really. I wouldn't do it in mosquito territory or if it's raining, but this was great. Looks like there's some snow starting to fall, and I'm just going to cook some quick breakfast here. I was going to cook a quick brunch and then pack up, but I think I'm going to stay another night. The blanket fort held up great, and I have nothing to do today, so why not? I'll make it 2 nights instead of 1, as usual. And I get a chance to go through and organize the car, because it was so packed full of camping gear, you wouldn't believe it. Right on. The energy I need to tackle the day. I like when the syrup gets on the eggs. So I got all this gear to organize, and you may assume that the car is empty. No, my friends, the car is not empty. There is still more stuff in the car. But we're going to condense that. I've got all this camo netting, and it's not folded up. It's just kind of stuffed in a bag. That will get smaller. There's some random tent that I haven't used yet. Little folding stool, hammock, propane pizza oven. This is all just stuff in my car. Got this hunting blind that I hope to use in a stealth camping video. It's super stealthy if I need just a little bit of camo, if I'm somewhere borderline obvious. This could be good. Other stuff in the car as well. Another mattress, and all the other cooking gear. So, where to begin? Right? This whole bunched up thing here, if it's properly folded, is this size. So that'll clear up some room. It has been an absolutely lazy day. It's actually quite relaxing. The campground's not quite deserted. I'm not the only one foolish enough to be out here in this weather. However, other people have proper campers and RVs. So with all those pieces of camo netting, I think I'm going to have to get a compression bag for them, because they're so crinkled up that they're not going to fold properly. And I'll be going out next week after another video I have planned. And I'm going to be really going to get stuff repaired, installing a reverse camera on it so that I can reverse easily with just one person. It's a little tricky to reverse a small trailer like that, especially when you don't know what you're doing, which I don't. So a little bit of practice and a camera should make that easier. There was a heavy snowfall warning issued this afternoon. I've been keeping an eye on the radar, and it doesn't look too serious. But they're saying that there could be 15 or more centimeters of snow. That could be in the neighborhood of 5 or 6 inches at worst. And not seeing it yet on the radar. I do have some C-clamps and other things I can use to reinforce the tent fortress if it comes down to that. I will tough it out, though. I think I can do this. Might take a lot of hunkering down, but we will see what happens with the weather. It's so far so good. The wind doesn't look too bad. I'm holding off on getting the fire going for this evening. I'm just going to cook some hot dogs tonight. Nice, relaxing, ordinary night where nothing goes wrong is the plan. I am 2 days into this blanket fort, and it's holding up a lot better than a lot of homemade structures I've made before. Good morning. It's like a beautiful day out there, and I think it's time for me to get back to reality. I can only hide in my blanket fort for so long. I haven't seen a blanket of snow like this in a fortnight. Guess it's time to take down the blanket fort, though. How easy is it going to come down? What could be easier than this? Ta-da! So, of course, a shout out to the people who have donated to the blanket fund. Much appreciated. And yeah, this blanket I really like. Yeah, it got pretty wet, but it's okay. Off to the laundromat, and that was to be expected. Does not surprise me. And yeah, I will keep this one because it's got a bunch of nature things on it. There's both black bears and grizzly bears on here, as well as canoes, leaves, trees, the whole bit. It's actually really a surprise that there was such an appropriate blanket sitting there in the thrift store. And yeah, the other one will get redonated, but this will be good for the camper and a nice memento of my blanket fort adventure. The nice thing about wet blankets is they pack up smaller. Made it long enough to get through the night. Nothing easier than that. No, there's lots of room in here. Yeah, it was a great adventure. Wanted to do this for 40 years now, so I'm glad I finally did. And please try it yourselves. That was great. You don't need a whole lot to go camping, as long as it's not raining and there's no mosquitoes everywhere, or snakes, or anything like that. But in absolutely perfect prime conditions, that is a sensible shelter. So thank you guys for watching. Here's the awkward part. Please subscribe if you're interested in this type of thing. I'll keep it coming. And it's not always like this. It's different every week. I'll find something silly to camp in or somewhere silly to camp. That's just the name of the game in this stunt camping channel. So thank you all for watching. Thanks for the kind comments, and we'll see you later. Cheers.
Starting at $399.99. Some say you can't have it all. Clearly, they've never been here. Here, every world, every story is too good to miss. This is where Unbelievable shows up to play. This place, it's different from the rest. Once you're in it, there's no going back. Play the Unmissable on PlayStation 5.
Your membership is more than just a card. It's your gateway to extraordinary experiences. With the AAA app, discover savings and hidden gems. AAA, we're always with you.
Hello everyone, welcome to Camping with Steve. I've heard just a little bit of a legend of a open-use cabin up this winding remote mountain road. So I'm going to head up to it and see what I can see. Hopefully it'll be a nice place for the night. High up in the mountains, I am driving through a cloud. I've got to be really careful about logging trucks up this road. Ooh, gross. So yeah. Anyways, these are not wide roads, so there are little pullouts that I have to kind of take advantage of if there's an oncoming truck. And I think they actually are hauling some logs because there's a lot of bark on the road. Clear cuts are not fun to look at, but if we want houses, it's a fact of life. And on the upside, after a few years, they get reclaimed by berries. So there are berries all over the place. Blueberries, high bush cranberries. Oh, and what do we have here? It's like we've had a bear. Definitely in bear territory. So for peace of mind, I will be sleeping either in that cabin, if it exists and if it's empty, or in my car. So that is what was making those tracks in the road. Big feller buncher. It looks like they're fixing to do some cutting. I think I found where I want to live for the rest of my life. I'm not at a loss for words very often, but wow. Let's see how livable this is going to be for a night. Yeah. With, some chopping blocks, picnic table. Acceptable view. Who's cabin? Keep the bears out. Wow, this is maintained by a quadding club, so it's all kind of volunteer in here by the looks of it. It all has some hygiene concerns. Oh wow, some extra beds. There's a chair. Their mattress if some forgot. Their mattress. Oh, and there's some more chairs here. This is awesome. Wow, I am blown away at this little find. And there's nobody here. This will be fine for little old me
I don't think I've got a marker, so I can't add to all these names here. But I did bring some hunker down stickers, so we'll be able to put something up here so people know that I was here. Wow. Anyway, back to the view. Looks like there's another campsite on the other side. Even an outhouse. Wow. Bit of a boat launch. I'm no authority on hydrological nomenclature, but I think I can guess how it got the name Grizzly Lake. Could get that bear spray. With this in hand, I'll do a quick once around the cabin, look for any evidence of bears. I know I stress about this a little too much, but lately I've been made aware of our own mortality, and it's better to be safe than sorry. There are little notes about leaving donations for the maintenance and upkeep of this facility. I will certainly be leaving a donation because, of course. What could go wrong? I love nature, with the exception of one little critter. And there's many of these around here, so I'll be testing out the power of the thermocell insect repellent machine today. People ask a lot. I use this all the time. It burns the same stuff as what's in those mosquito coils, except it's way more concentrated. It's called D-cis-electrin is the chemical. And I've been too scared to Google that myself because I'm breathing it in all the time. Let me know in the comments if that's not a good thing. It's not camping without internet, right? That'll get the comments going. All jokes aside, I'm using this for emergency contact in case I have to get help up here or the vehicle breaks down, because there's no cell service whatsoever up here. So I'm on my own. Cheers, everybody. Shelter is accomplished. Step 2 it is. I do have one of those little Garmin InReach satellite communicator emergency buttons. So if there's a severe issue, like life and death situation, I push that button and the helicopters come. But this is more for like a flat tire situation or a dead battery or to keep in touch for family emergencies and stuff. So I swear I'm not on the internet. I'm actually drinking in this beautiful nature. Luckily, that rain blew over. I thought we'd be having to sit in the cabin all evening and hunker down, but it's so beautiful here. It's absolutely just postcard stuff. I am so fortunate to be here right now. It's absolutely amazing. There's all these tarps and pieces of plywood that I think get removed in the summer, which today is the first day of summer. So I'm not going to be the one to take them down. I'm but a guest here. So I want to leave things better than I found them, but not monkey around too much with this. It's a fairly equipped kitchen in here, really. This is very impressive. There is a stove here, the same type I use, and I did bring my own. I also brought some more fuel. So I'm gonna start cooking some rice. I'm gonna be making some burritos tonight, but out here in the middle of nowhere means I can eat all the things I want. These work. Wow, this
is actually a much better version than the one I own. Only 3 things to prepare for tonight's meal. Gonna cook the rice, ground some beef and put in burrito seasoning, and warm up some refried beans. And I can make these whenever I want. And that'll be a little bit later. But I think I'm in the clear. There's club members here that have priority on this cabin. So if they were to come by, I'd be sleeping in my car, which wouldn't be the end of the world. But nobody's come by yet. And it's about 3 hours, 4 hours until dark. Longest day of the year. So I think this is working out pretty good.
Absolutely perfect. I was going to start a fire out here, but I'm going to save that wood for inside the cabin. It'll be nice to have the ambience and a little bit of heat tonight. Grizzly proof? No. Resistant? Probably not. It would be a great disjustice if I didn't like this thing. So, that's the plan. I brought some wood. There is some here that's kind of cut up, but I don't want to dig into their stash too much. I'm going to actually leave as much wood as I can here for the next weary travelers. And it looks like the last folks had smoked oysters. Wow, this really grows the heat.